Welcome to another episode of Toxic Recovery, the podcast. This is Ayana Jones and my co-host.
It's Elvon Willie Beeman.
All right, Mr. Willie Beeman.
I thought
He
switch
never
it up.
add that.
I thought I'd switch it up.
He never adds that.
Next week's gonna be Playboy Yvonne. That's the.
You already telling them ahead of time. You
Playboy
already know
Yvonne,
what to
yeah.
expect.
Exactly.
Like the
Let
Playboy.
y'all know.
All right, you guys, and as y'all can see today, we are not alone. We have to my left, Miss Kia, the Rat Princess.
Hey.
Hey.
Man. Thank y'all for having me.
And then we have my bestie, who I never met till right now, Mr. Savvy.
How y'all doing?
Hey. Okay, and so you guys, the reason why they're here today is because we are getting into it. I don't care if it's taboo, messy, or whatever. It is my life. It's how I live. It is how I identify. And I am Black. I am gay. And I am a Christian. So we're doing the Pride episode. Thank you for that.
You had to,
You didn't.
you had to drop one of Clue's bombs for that one.
Yeah.
You had to drop.
The Jesus
Yeah.
horn. So you know he on the main line. Okay, so I just I had to have a conversation about it. This is me also having my little recognition for Pride. It's the last Tuesday in the month, and I feel like I ain't been gay enough, so I got to do this right here to let it be known. Hey, I'm alive. I'm not burning.
Yeah.
I am not in any type of damnation. I am, here in the flesh, gay, Black, and Christian. I love the Lord, and I think He loves me back. Okay, so we're here to talk about it.
Talk about it again.
I like it. Real edgy, real controversial, real topics that people are really like trying to stay away from when it comes to.
Right, it's like taboo to talk about homosexuality, or like to, I guess, to talk about homosexuality, not to like condemn for homosexuality, but like to actually have the conversation. These are my emotions. This is what I'm feeling. This is the way I feel like I want to be intimate. This is who I want to be intimate with. Having that type of talk and just really talking to the human itself with the feelings behind it versus like, oh yeah, you're gay, you're going to hell. Like everybody okay with that kind of talking, but nobody cares to like talk to the individual. Have you guys had any mentors or grown? I'm sorry. First and foremost, let's do the identification. How do you identify, Kia? I'm sorry.
I identify as LGBT, self,
okay.
but
You
I
wanted to
date
let us.
women. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I am an L. I date women, and then Elvon.
I'm straight, but I'm
like
I'm
it.
definitely an ally. Definitely a
Sound it out, ally.
LGBTQ ally.
Okay.
Been that way since I was since I was 8. My sisters and like my favorite uncle is gay. And it's like my favorite person in the world, and I would never think negative about him because who he chooses to be intimate with or sleep with. So I grew up just having just understanding that it's straight people are straight, people are gay. Like people love is love. End of the day. So, and I also had friends who almost committed suicide trying to come out to their parents, and it's been tough, like being an ally and seeing how a group of people can just go through so much, and then like doing research and learning, watching Pose. I don't know if y'all watch Pose.
Yes,
but like Pose. Like, I love Pose. I've cried many tears watching Pose.
That is my show. I love Pose. Shout out to Pose. I didn't get to Savvy. What do you identify?
I'm gay.
Okay.
I like boys, men, whatever.
Savvy is gay like boys. Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No. I'm sorry. I was talking for a minute, but no. It's just I was starting like doing research and seeing how the LGBTQ community has been like just so crucified.
Yeah.
By us people who are straight has been crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm here to hear y'all stories. I'm glad y'all joined us for this special podcast today.
Thank
special
you.
episode.
Thank
you.
Yeah.
I couldn't wait to talk.
Yay.
Yeah.
So
nice icebreaker.
Yeah.
Y'all know this is Toxic Recovery, and so I'm not sure what I was talking about before we started identifying, but I do want to talk about the different ways. Oh yeah, I was asking about mentors, but I do want to talk about the different ways we've been affected with toxic behavior. Maybe it being toxic masculinity being a problem, whether it's somebody coming on to you regardless if you're gay or not, or a guy coming at you roughhousing you or whatever. Just identify some of the things that like could basically cross over to the world like I'm a human too, and you can't just treat me any kind of way just because you got your judgments or stereotypes behind who I am. Now that you know I sleep with whoever I sleep with, you know what I mean, or I prefer what I prefer. Do y'all have any like mentors that helped y'all through the growth?
Oh yeah,
definitely. I don't think we get here unless that happens.
Yeah.
Because most people who go through those things, even people who go through suicides, like it all boils down to not being able to talk to somebody. So I feel like we got this far because we have allies and other
Where have
people.
where have you guys turned to? Like, well, how do you? Has it been like churches? Has it been like work? Has it been like school? Natural?
For me, it was more so my my godfather who just recently passed. But
sorry for your loss.
Thank you. But and then my cousins who may have known, like my
Shouts
best
out to the
cousins.
cousins.
Yeah,
Yes,
shouts out to
cousins,
the cousins
be getting you
'cause
through.
Cousins be getting you through.
Cousins be getting you through.
Like, you know, everybody has that one family member or whatever. It's like y'all like click tight or whatever. And
y'all make
since
sense.
birth, it's like this person, he's always known. It was like, but he's always accepted me for who I was, even as a little girl. It's like I always knew, like, you know, it didn't change my love for you at all. It's like you know, so just that love coming up, like having the best, like your best friend, and then your mother being so, because like go back to what you were saying about people and their experiences of coming out to their family. You know, those are the things that sometimes leave a lot of trauma. Not only that, the things that dwell before that child or that person comes out is already trauma that they haven't spoke about, that they haven't, and now they're trying to express who they are. You know, they're trying to tell you who their identity is. And when the loved one immediately resorts to violence or a sense of like, oh no, you know, shun, or you know, coming from a unacceptable place, like, you know, we especially people try to use God as a reference to like to condemn you in a sense, like, well, you know how we was raised. It was like, I know Uncle drank, I know I know all of your boyfriends. There's a lot of things we could talk about that in this Bible that you want to throw at me, and not all of us. It's like
y'all got the abomination.
Yeah, it's like
y'all got the abomination.
You know what? I never got that to my face. I never got that to my face.
That's like the go-to run thing. Like,
I think women get that all the time.
If you're a sinner, like for instance, it's almost like the world is like this. Like, especially in church, sometimes I find like there's all these different types of people, right?
Yeah.
You don't know nobody's whatever until whatever, right?
Yeah.
But the moment, it's like everybody knows that they have their own sin.
They do.
They have their
They're
own
aware of
things.
it.
They're aware of it, right? We all come,
and all sin is equal,
and
right?
People think that you come to the church and you're already like
no, it ain't.
Great. It's like we're here because we're all sick. Or in our own way.
It literally teaches you when you're weak, here, right? He is strong. It teaches you that.
But as soon as that one person that's like, oh, such and such is gay. Oh,
you going to hell.
It's like
you going to hell. You're burning.
It's like that is supposed to overshadow everything else.
It's like the elitist complex.
You
have to make somebody feel bad about whoever they are to make yourself feel better. Because there have been people who've tried to condemn me or whatever. Who I know you're dirt,
right?
And I know you do worse things,
right?
And it's always pondered in my head, like, what if being gay or whatever? Because I've seen it in nature, whatever it is. And squirrels do it, lions do it. Everybody be gay.
We did.
Everybody is.
Back in Africa, like literally from the origin.
Every species has that type of nature to be fluid in whatever sexuality they want, and it's crazy. So it makes me think, like, what if it's not even wrong? And then
that's because
all these other things are still as blasphemous.
They make money
as
from that,
supposed
though.
To be.
It's money there to create fear and division. It's money there. It's always some type of hidden motive behind all the things we're afraid of, like different races being afraid of, like us being black, different races, different sexualities being whatever, different religions being scared of whatever. It's always money and division. It's always power and division. Now I'm the head over this group and I control these people, and to me it's like it's just people playing Monopoly with our lives. But I don't,
and it's
like
damaging to the person. Not to piggyback off of what you were saying. like it's damaging to the person because, like he was saying, when you're trying to find your identity and you're coming out,
yes, and you're at a tender age a lot of times,
right? And it's damaging. It's damaging for people to look at it like as if it's a crisis to them.
Yes,
that person is choosing to say, "Hey, this is who I am," and we have to. Not only are we struggling to be accepted Black, you're struggling to be accepted as a Black man. You're struggling to be accepted as a Black woman. You're struggling to be accepted as a Black gay man, a Black gay woman.
Come on, triple
You're struggling to be
identified
as a Black gay woman who loves God.
Yeah.
Like all these things are working against you, and you just can't even find it. You're like, well, who do I?
It hurts the conservative mind, though.
Yeah.
That's what it is. It's like we were all supposed to always evolve. We were always supposed to be
crazy.
This collective of different things all bunched into one person. Because if we were just like this cookie cutter, everything would just keep on happening the same way.
Yeah, it would be a machine. We wouldn't even need to be different. It wouldn't be no creativity. Like literally, we would all be wearing gray, doing gray. Like you know what I mean? Like it's just the world would be gray. I don't understand how it could be a separation though, like because you did this thing, I literally hate you, or when you're real young and it'd be like, oh, like basically I like you because I said I'm gay. You know, like I don't like.
I was just thinking that. I was like,
thing.
I love that one.
Yeah. I
didn't tell you this because I wanted to hit on you. I did not tell you this.
Like a lot of
this is not my.
That's what I feel like. A lot of that is.
It's like now you scared I like you or something.
That you give to others is what you already projected on yourself.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Ooh.
Like, and that's deep.
Yeah.
It's like, what is it about who me, you, anybody choose
defines you?
That defines you.
It defines you. Like you're
gay
defined
person might
by
be
me being.
What is it about when my presence come in the room?
Y'all, I got ignored. I came out to my mom and she gave me a little poem back and act like nothing ever happened. I wrote it in a poem.
About that.
Okay.
I wrote it in a poem. I came out and I got ignored. I didn't get the whole like this defines me as, you know, like I didn't get that whole you a disgrace and all this. I just got ignored. Like it was like it didn't happen. I'm like, oh, okay. Well, did she know? Did I tell her? Hey, I'm here. But then my little brother is like full blown out. Got boys coming in and out the house. All that. It was nothing. It was fine.
I'm sorry. How old is he? Your younger brother?
Yeah. He's 6 years younger than me.
Is he the youngest?
No. He was for a while.
Was he the youngest when he came out?
No, not the youngest when he came out. But I think also the relationship I had with my mom, she just was really good with boys anyway. So like my two older brothers and my two young brothers couldn't do no wrong. And then I was like, I felt like Cinderella, but I was like second mom. So like I changed diapers when my baby brothers were here. I did daycare visits. I was like the emergency contact for like father pickups and all that stuff. Like I was like second mom. And then like for the older ones, I like was the water girl at like football games and all that stuff. Like, but I never had my own identity. I was just always under her. And then when I wanted to be like, hey, you know, like this is how I get down, and this is why my friends look like they do. Like why my friends are studs. Why them little girls come up and look like little boys, you know, like that's, you know, and it would be like, okay, we're gonna cut all that out. So then it was just like a lot of punishment, no like social life really. Yeah. And then it was like ignoring, like I couldn't say nothing. Like
you can't pack gay up in a box and put it in.
That's exactly.
That's what mine too.
That's what happened. That is exactly what.
Like you're gay, just take your gay over there and leave it there and don't come back.
Yeah, I can't take it over there.
And so then I ended up pregnant and married.
What?
Yeah, I ended up pregnant and married.
Ended up.
Yeah.
Lord.
Yeah.
So you really did leave your gay over there for a little bit.
I left my gay over there. I packed it up. I put it away, and I did what my mom wanted me to do.
So what did you do with it?
My gay?
Yeah.
It got suppressed, and now I'm hearing gay ass earrings. And I'm 30 now. I don't even talk to her like that. And yeah, I lust for women. You know, it's even stronger now. But I packed it away. I packed it away for a while.
I'm jumping in. For how long?
Was I married?
And then how long did you pack it away? I mean, you could be.
I messed with girls on and off even before I told her. Remember, I was telling y'all, like, you know, I got touched when I was in daycare, but I never stopped messing with them. I just did it in secret.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that's why it's not okay
like Bianca
to not
was
be
Brian.
yourself.
Yeah. Like Bianca was Brian in my phone. Everybody was like, little girl Nikki would be like Nicholas. Like it is just. You know, like I just
Real strategic.
had to.
I love it.
So how does it feel now, I guess, for all three of y'all to be like free, living your truth and, you know, doing your thing? How
Did
does
y'all
it
have to
feel
hide it?
to like, you know,
I think,
have you hit your truth?
I thank God for my mother because
yeah.
I didn't, and my heart is with you in your situation because mine was the total opposite. Like that's how I thought it was, and it's interesting to hear you say you wrote a poem because I wrote a letter to my mom.
Okay.
And I was at 15. I wrote a letter to my mom,
15
5-page
too.
letter, right? That had
Four
nothing to. There you go. Had nothing to do with nothing, right? Nothing to do with anything. This long letter about nothing.
Yeah.
P.S. I like P.S. though.
P.S.
It's the P.S. for
Yeah.
me.
I had
No,
a
you did
PS.
it.
The
Awesome.
P.S.
I had a
said-
PS as
well,
well.
P.S.
P.S.
It
Put
was
a
a
U,
PS in
put a
my
U in
mind.
front of that
P.S.
P and another S and a Y. That's what I love.
Oh,
Oh,
man.
wow.
Okay. That dope.
No, I'm not that bold.
After the P.S. was I like girls,
Yeah.
right? So I return. I let her. I say I'll leave my mom in the living room to read this, and then I come back. 30 minutes later. I'm kind of like anxious, like why she ain't said nothing. What's going on? Let me pack my stuff.
Gotta pack.
Let me
You gotta
pack just
pack.
in
Stay
case.
getting kicked
I don't
out.
know what
Yeah.
because you're also traumatized from the stories that your friends tell
Yeah.
about what they went through. So when you're
Yes.
about to try to identify yourself, I got to do this.
You
I
have
think
to be prepared.
every person, it's like a lion being in the cage.
Yeah.
You know who you are, and you're
Yeah.
not able to live who you are. You know you the king of the jungle,
Mhm.
but yet they got you in like what they got you in this fake habitat.
They do.
Right.
They do.
So you ain't allowed to be who you are, and that bothers you.
Yeah.
And I feel like a lot of people haven't had that expression of freedom for themselves. So even in their adult age, I'm talking 30s, late
Facts.
40s, late 50s,
Speak on it.
they're still dealing with the issues that they never been able to. So even if it wasn't just being gay,
Yeah.
being who they thought they were,
Yeah.
what if, I don't know, whatever it is, there's somebody watching like, dang, I never got to tell them that I didn't like it. I didn't want to play basketball.
Yeah.
I really did want to
People
cook.
are getting
Yeah.
forced to do that though.
Like
Musicians,
things like that.
Athletes, left and right. They get
Yeah.
groomed to do whatever their parents couldn't, and then they live in this whole like lie, basically. Like they don't even know who they are. And I had to go through that whole valley of finding who I am, and then what that sounds like, and what that looks like, and what that feel like. What do I really like, and what do you know what I mean? Like not what's expected of me.
I got a question.
Oh my god, expectations.
With all that trauma of like not being accepted, that I feel like that can bring about so many issues. But I feel like the one that it can bring the most is just feeling like you're not good at something because you feel like you won't be accepted
Or good enough.
or just good enough to do anything. Like it could be the simplest thing. You like,
like
can
that.
I do this?
She's a runner. She's a track star. She go run away when it get. That's me. That's me. All day.
Why is that you?
Oh, because I'm working on it, but like, so I'm loading. Don't judge me, but I'm working on it. But like, seriously though, if it feels like it's gonna be like too much, I'm not gonna get it right. I'm gonna be a F up. I'm gonna be a bill or a burden. I literally will cry if somebody make me feel like I'm a bill or burden. I'm damn near tearing up right now because I don't want to be a bill or a burden. And that's all I heard as a kid.
And that's why I asked, because like we all as gay people or people who have had trouble with coming out and having an upbringing, especially being black too, being a woman or a man, it's just not that easy as if you were like a a white person or an Asian.
It does feel like
Asian
that.
people might go through it. They might go through it too. I'm not sure, but
I would say culture. I don't care what race it is. I think every culture experiences their own.
Experiencing it, but I feel like when it comes to like only because I experience it in the black culture, it's really no room to escape. Because everybody's hyper masculine or either hyper feminine. Gender roles are super prominent in black households.
Really matter.
It really matters.
They matter.
Like, if
gender
you do
roles
this,
matter.
it's like
old
that's not
school,
what a man
all of
does,
that.
and that's not what a woman does. And just like they just do what they do. Anyway, what I'm getting at is like I've had to get to a point where I could not stop myself from doing things just because I had this false identity these other people have put on me to do stuff. So that's why I just always like my friends would tell you I'm always getting myself into something. Yeah. Like something where people wouldn't normally do. Like I went skydiving last year.
Lit.
Just because I just wanted to. I'm just thinking like I'm tired of just telling myself I can't do something.
Cause you'll be in the house
I
not
can't-
doing
Yeah,
nothing.
I can't do that either. I'm like, yeah.
Well,
I
I
can't.
don't go.
tell me I
I don't
can't
go
do
that
that.
far with the skydiving, but it's just like, is it like being on a plane? I can't say that.
Honestly, okay, just put it in a
'Cause I
nutshell.
fly kites,
She
and
said
that's
she was
it.
gonna count to 3 and we were gonna be out there. I was outside by 2.
Damn.
I was screaming so loud, I couldn't even hear my voice. So I got to the point I'm like, all right, I'm just enjoy this. And so I got a clear movie view of how like the world
That's
is. Like, you know how like
lit.
you see an action-packed movie, like they're coming out the
Yes.
airplane, it looked just like that shit.
That's
So-
lit.
I got to a point I'm just like, I'm just letting go.
Yeah.
And up until the point that she did the parachute thing, I was having a great time. Skydiving is not good for men because more than likely you're gonna have a woman behind you,
Yeah.
and she hoists your everything.
Oh,
So she
you
did
up
a little
there.
bit too hard.
Oh,
And so when
got
she did the
you.
parachute,
she didn't
I
give
was
you
like,
no room. She didn't give you no room.
She was like, "You having a good time?" I'm like, "Yeah, but I wish I had a vagina."
Yeah.
Like
man.
seeing all that was cool. I'm like, "Oh my god, great.
You can't breathe.
I told her, but like, what can you fix in the sky?
Yeah.
So
Yeah, because
Right.
don't loosen me up. Don't loosen me up.
loosen me up.
I'm good.
You
Don't
okay?
loosen me up.
No.
like, you're having a great time though, right? I'm like, yeah, I'm having a great time, but shit. But
Don't
anyway,
loosen me up, ma'am.
I
I'm good.
got to a point where something just clicked. I really think it had to do with the pandemic. Like I had enough time
Yeah.
to just sit down. Like I can't do this. That's when I started doing my art a little bit more.
Yeah.
And then
Which I'm so
that
proud of.
that
Oh my
went
God, you are so good.
somewhere. Thank you.
You're so good.
And then I started doing a podcast here and
Yeah.
just networking and being completely engulfed. I started doing art therapy for kids all within this time, doing everything that I
That's
didn't think I
awesome.
could do because
That's
of
amazing.
my past trauma.
Yes.
Yeah.
So thank you.
That is beautiful.
That's what's
man.
I have
up.
a
But yeah.
question.
Like,
So within the last 10, 12 years, I don't know, I haven't been really counting, but it seems as if the social acceptance of coming out has been a lot more like
That's on TV.
look more free. Like it's like I said, it seems like from my perspective.
Yeah.
From your perspective, obviously now you kind of stated it. It's not.
That's
it's
on
not,
TV.
It's not the same.
Church is the same too. So for me being a Christian, I'm still around those people that are the same. You get what I'm
Mhm.
saying? Like I literally just had a talk. Damn. I just had a talk and I ain't gonna say nothing about the person, but they told me that I was in damnation because of my sexuality,
Mhm.
even though
Still?
it was just
Oh, Jesus.
2021.
So-
Even though it was just like I'm
we
like,
still
well,
we
actually,
still judging people, huh?
Right.
So that's
I even
that
like
circle
this
is the
person
same.
even asked me, what would I say to God when he come to the gates and open up the gates and ask me, why should I let you in heaven, my child? I said, I didn't think God did that. I thought he judged you in the contents of your heart. So he wouldn't ask me nothing.
Well, they know because
I have
they
a
must
lying
have seen
tongue.
them.
I know. I was just about to say you must have
Yeah.
talked to him.
You know what I'm
That's
saying?
how they
So,
get
like,
down.
The same thing you gonna say.
So-
I told her, I said, I thought he judged me by the contents of your heart. So if I follow the first 2 commandments, which is what he said in the Bible, is no, thou shalt not put no other God before me and love thy neighbor the way you love yourself, then I figured that he'll judge me on that. So I just been working on the kindness of my heart and working with good intentions. And she said, that sound good.
So wait,
She said that sound good, but that's not right.
hold on. I got a question.
That's not right.
So this is a personal question, but I love you.
Oh, yeah, go
you
ahead.
know, and it's toxic recovery.
Yeah, let's
Yeah.
go.
And
Let's
we looking
recover.
to recover.
Let's
you
recover.
know,
That's
from
what this is
past
for.
trauma and everything else. Are you still looking for that acceptance from your church? Was that like, is that still something that resonates in
No.
your soul? That
No,
you-
okay, so
that you,
now I'm to the point.
I can't
I love
ignore
that.
it.
I love
that
it.
you
Just like, oh my God.
No, that was a
or
great
something
question.
that you want. Like,
Great
'cause it seems
question.
like that. There's some hurt there. Like,
It hurt. You know, I was church hurt. I am church hurt. So
Yeah.
like at the point, it's
I like
at this point though, I'm not looking for acceptance because I have that self acceptance that I
Mhm.
needed. But I am, however, open to joining a church that would be more friendly. I don't
Yeah.
mind it, but I do. I have a great support team now, but I had to take myself out of that comfort zone
Yeah.
and like get around some other people,
So-
and that looked lonely a little bit. But
so-
like now I'm good.
Can you separate? Because can you separate yourself from that church family? Like, can you do that? Like,
Yeah,
totally just say, you know what? I don't want to see none of you.
yeah. I just don't go to
Christian
church
no,
anymore.
no more.
Yeah.
You know, like you don't like. Can you like get yourself away from them? Like,
no.
entirely?
It's not like I was. Well, it felt like a cult, but it's not like you in a cult or anything.
Yeah.
But that's what they say religion is.
Yeah,
But
it
Jesus,
feels-
I was
it
gonna
does
say
feel
like
like
Jesus was one of those people that always prayed to God.
He wasn't
by
even in
himself.
the
He
church.
was never in the community.
He wasn't.
Yeah.
Even,
So
the church
I
killed him.
chucked that up when I feel. Can I just chime in about like
Go
my little
ahead.
journey?
Yeah.
I had a mentor in the church. I'm not gonna say what church it is because everybody knows what church it is.
Yeah.
I had I had a mentor in the church, and I came out to him. I think I would say like 13, 14.
Mm-hmm.
The next Tuesday, because we had church for kids on Tuesdays at my church, the sermon was about gay people.
Oh my
and
God.
I sat in the front. He asked me to sit in the
God.
front. And I was like, why? And then here it is. I'm just looking at him with all the
Oh my
the
God.
anger.
Was that to shame you?
I don't know what it was, but I'm like, I came to you in
He's
confidence.
trying to convert you.
I don't know, but to me,
like,
I really wish
that was
they
like-
did
that
not
would've been like
teach
the-
fear. God is not fear. God is love, and I'm
Mhm.
sitting up here learning fear to in order to be controlled or in order to
I would
be
say anger.
like
that
when-
was that was the emotion. I was not scared of anything that was happening. I was mostly just
I like
frustrated.
anger.
I left in the middle of that sermon and I never went to church again. I'm
At
not saying that to
13?
break anybody's heart. I'm not saying
At
that
13
No,
though.
at
these are the
13, I made the
experiences
decision
Yeah.
to my mom, if you make me go back to church, and I told her what happened, I'm running away.
Yeah.
There's no way I'm gonna get it at school, at home, and at church. There's no way.
So church is a big part of this discussion, but just for 5 seconds, if you exclude church from the traditional, like we ain't changing, we still think you being condemned. What about society minus church? Is it easy? Is it easier? Is it?
I found my
Society
group.
is quieter.
I found my group at school when I was like that age. I found a little crew at school. I had a nice little tribe in school, and that was like that one certain school because I switched schools a lot and I moved a lot. So like that one certain school where it was like over 2,000 kids, I found some gay black
wow.
ones. Yeah, it was huge. I went to Lakeside High School when I was in
Okay.
in Georgia,
Damn.
but yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah, it was over like 2,000, it was like
Kids, man.
2,500 kids or whatever.
School bus.
We had like our own, like we had a practice track field and then a regular field, and then we had to practice this and a regular this. And
Yeah, but still.
it was a huge school. But I went there or whatever, and I had a nice little group of friends, and they all came out to each other. I wasn't even there
that's
yet,
dope.
but they all came out to each other like at the same day. I was like, dang, all y'all gay, and they took me to the underground Atlanta, not underground right there, but the underground Atlanta. And at the time, that was like our little gay mecca back in them days. So like then I was like, yeah, this is really my world.
This is heaven.
But at the time, you know, you're just thinking it. I can't say it. I'm a Christian. My mama would have got on me. So at the time, I was just like, But they really showed me it's okay to be who I am, and that was like normal for me then. So then I was able to write the little poem, and then I was able to tell her this shit ignored it. So when we moved back to Wisconsin, it was downhill. I got a boyfriend.
Yeah.
But it seems like right now, like I guess I'm not being gay or in the gay community is making a lot of money.
I was just about to say that.
from like a
when you
social
said something
standpoint,
about money,
yeah.
they
It's
either
a coin.
capitalize off of it or they
Yeah.
save money by
Yeah.
not giving us something.
Yeah.
And I was going to piggyback of what you said about Pose. Y'all remember in Pose, they weren't even giving certain people,
Rolls and stuff.
you know, the HIV drug and everything like
Yeah.
that.
Oh,
They
yeah,
were
yeah,
withholding it from
yeah.
them because they
The
were going to
message.
save
Yes.
money
Yeah.
that way. Now that we're popping and stuff, it's like, let's give them money. Let's sponsor them. You're gay and you're profitable. Come on. Let's just.
It's always a coin. They follow the
So
dollar.
yeah, good point. Yeah.
Yeah, because
They
like a
follow
lot
the
of
dollar.
like especially in Hollywood, like this, you know, gay
That's
being
what make
gay
you
is
a
like
good
the thing.
person.
It's like,
That's
you know,
what
it's
make
like
you a good person.
it's
Like,
just hot right now.
Hollywood is
Like,
gay.
it's hot.
But for men
saw it?
though,
Yeah,
for
like-
men,
like-
it's hot for men
Come on,
because
Queen
it's always
Latifah.
been hot for women.
Well, yeah,
to be
not
gay.
only Queen
Yeah.
Latifah, but
Queen Latifah.
even what Lil Nas. X
Lil
did,
Nas.
like,
Yeah.
Did y'all see Lil Nas
That
X
wouldn't
last
have-
night? Kissed the
10
man on
years
the.
ago, it wouldn't have never.
He always
Yeah,
like
10
he
years
always
ago it'd
kissed that
been-
boy.
They
on that-
would
on
have
that
cut
stage.
They would have cut the.
But he did it on the
whole,
BET
you know,
Awards stage. I was like,
That's
I'm
the
waiting.
first time I would say
I'm
it ever
waiting on
happened on the
somebody to say
BET
something,
Awards.
yeah.
Now
on the
MTV allowed it.
For
They
the
did
girls.
But it was girls.
It was Britney Spears and Madonna or something like that. I
Yeah.
think.
But that's why I said it's more
it was the
glamorized
it
with
was
men.
the publicity behind
Yeah.
it. You know, it was
Yeah.
like they
The
do-
sex appeal.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You know, it's like Hollywood tries to choose what is, and just like the music industry does too.
Mhm.
Like for a while, like shame on the world for not allowing women like Queen Like the
she
Brat
could
just
not be
came out.
Yeah.
Queen
But it
Latifah
was
just came
but
out.
everybody felt like, I don't know if
And
anybody
I'm waiting
else
on
felt, but
Missy
I was
Elliott.
like, I've been on.
Yeah,
You waiting
come
on
on,
Missy
Missy.
Elliott?
Yeah, I'm waiting on Missy
I've
Elliott.
never seen that man.
I already
I'm
knew
waiting,
as far as the
goddammit.
Brat
And it's
went,
okay.
but it
I
was
knew
like
about the Brat.
to know that she just came out like 2 years ago. Like,
Yeah.
really like seriously came out and
Yes.
said, this is who I am. It's been living her truth.
Yes.
But how long has she not been able to
and
live
she's
her
so
truth
talented.
and
It had
been a
nothing,
celebrity? You know what I'm
had
saying?
nothing to do with her celebrity.
Think
or her
about
talent.
that. That's a
That
lion
had
in a
nothing
cage.
to do with her talent. The Brat could still rap. She could still wear a bikini. She could
Think
still
about
be
how
whatever.
dope she would have been if in her prime she
Facts.
was able to live her
Facts.
truth.
That's
Yeah.
why I
How much
commend people like Young
power
and
that
May.
would have gave back to her.
That's why I
She-
commend that.
I'm just saying, I don't feel like we were able to even
Back
see her
then.
floor. You would have been able to see her flourish more if she
Yeah.
was able to live her truth then.
Back, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
She wasn't able
In
to.
her prime and been able to be out engaged, she probably definitely would have.
She would have been. You know what I'm
yes.
saying?
Yes.
And
It's
we love her
sad,
for who she is, even as it. You know what I'm saying? Not to like,
but it
shun who she-
stifles you though.
none of that. But I'm just saying, I feel like when people are able to be their true selves, it's more. It's them taking the power.
Mhm.
Now you have the power. But when you are caged in, or when you are not able to live that truth, and it keeps you in. I don't care how much money you
does.
have. You could be like most people, like the person who's the least or has the least funds is looking at the person at the top with the most funds, like, man, I wish I was in a
Yep.
position. But the person who's at the top looking at that person who's down there even poor, who's like poor in funds but probably have more in power, like,
Yeah.
damn, but they able to be them true selves.
Yeah.
I have all this money but I can't be who I am. I can't be who I want to
Literally.
be.
Yeah.
You know, and that is an issue.
There's a
It
player,
is.
a football player that just came out.
He
Yeah,
just-
Carl,
the first one, though.
Carl
Nassib.
Nassib,
The
yeah.
first one though.
He's
all
really
them
good.
men, all
Really
them
good player.
years, and he the first one
But
to come out.
second
the
one, I
line.
guess
Yeah.
the one guy.
Yeah, I was about to say
Michael
there's one
Sam,
more.
Michael Sam came out,
But he never made-
but
he
they
never
didn't make it 10 with too much publicity.
Yeah.
So now, like,
That's
I
ridiculous.
start seeing a trend. We're
Yeah.
gonna start seeing a trend of more players that are coming out.
Mhm.
You know, more players in college,
Because
high
it
school
shouldn't
standouts
matter.
who start coming out.
And more like support publicly from other players
Yeah.
saying, hey,
Yeah.
They had a retired player come out like 6 years ago from the Dallas Cowboys, played in like the back end when it's like America's team.
Mhm.
But it wasn't
You know,
accepted when
yeah,
he
it,
was
yeah,
playing.
it wasn't accepted.
Oh
He
my
came,
God,
but he came
no.
out 6 years
Taboo.
ago and said, "This is who I am." But now, like I said, right, it's hot right now. Like
Right.
from a Hollywood standpoint, from
It's
social
the hot
media,
thing.
It's
it's
popular.
hot, right? It's popping right
For-
now.
I would say Lil Nas
For
is
white-
definitely
yeah.
paving the
For
way.
white gay
Yeah.
men, no. For
Speak
white
on it.
gay men,
Speak on
You
it.
think so?
I
Because
feel like Lil Nas
Speak
is
on it.
paving the way
Yeah,
for black
he's
gay
paving
men
the
to
way,
do
but
it.
the power is in the white.
That's
gay
still
men.
Oh, yeah,
gay
so
men.
it will always be there.
They got
Like,
all the financial power.
So, okay,
They
so
can
you
do
know
that.
what? Going back
They don't
to
listen
yeah.
going back to your question with society, I'm gonna say this because I am a femme lesbian woman. Men don't know I'm gay when they see me a lot. I guess
I
they will
didn't.
never. They
I
never
I
will
told her
see
that
that.
too.
And
I
It's
tried.
nothing
I
that
don't
you
know.
wear. It's like
I try
you know
my
what I'm
best.
saying?
I am trying to scream gay. I don't know what you want me to do. But okay, what I was gonna say was when you asked me about society, I don't get the respect I feel like I deserve. If a gay man came onto a straight man and the man was like, "Hey, bro, no, I ain't even gay," he'd be like, "All right, but all you need is some good dough."
Mhm.
How would you feel? You get what I'm saying? I feel like with straight dudes, I would literally get that. Like, "Oh no, you ain't gay. You just need some good." Or I had a guy follow me one time. He hit reverse and followed me up the block. I was walking from Walgreens to my house. It's like I don't get the safety, respect aspect of it all from society because they don't take me seriously, I guess. So it's like coming from being ignored to now
Because
I'm being disregarded.
because straight men are more fearful of that from another man, but
Mhm.
more like intrigued and more attracted to it from a woman.
But I would suffer
In a
from that
creepy
because I'm
way.
still, but
Yeah.
I'm still a
Yeah.
human though. You get what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
so while I
Like,
won't
in a
understand,
creepy
while you
way.
won't
They're not
understand,
thinking about that.
that's it's crazy.
It's
to
all
me
personal gain at that point. They're not thinking about you. They're not considering you.
that I'm a human.
No,
They're considering
sexual
their,
they're
object.
considering their
I'm a
fetish.
human. I am
And they're-
somebody's
yeah.
I
daughter.
feel like
I'm
they're considering
scared.
themselves and their
I-
own desires of what they, you know, the desires of you, you know, whatever
That's
they
wild
see
life.
you as. Even
Mhm.
if that could, I mean,
because if
that-
they desire you too much, then you're not human.
yeah,
That's how it is with celebrities. These people aren't
Yeah,
human to
that's
them.
true.
If they ever had a chance of Megan Thee Stallion, whatever it is, this would not be a normal experience. You know, they're gonna do. You know how it is.
It sure would.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't.
Jesus
But
Christ.
see, but
All
see,
right.
but meeting her, I would never expect somebody to like just be like, "Oh yeah, give me that good," you know, like.
but
It's
they
him as-
probably do.
I mean, I know,
Like,
but I just would
It's
never
crazy.
imagine that
Yeah.
that'd be acceptable. And it's
Yeah.
like, while there is, explanation for it, however, I don't want it to be normalized anymore. I want to scream from the other person experiencing it. Hey, I'm somebody's daughter and I'm scared.
That's
I'm
a
some stranger
misogynistic
danger.
man.
I
That's
need
all.
you to get up
Stranger
off of
danger.
me. You know what I mean? Like if this was your
Yeah.
daughter, you know what I'm saying? What would you feel? If this was your niece or sister, what would you want that young man to do? Drive off and leave your sister alone? Or tell her, hey, grab my penis, or you know what I mean? Like,
It's
just
funny
whatever.
that some of those circumstances where men are doing that, sometimes they are too fighting their own fear
Yeah.
of being
Yeah.
gay themselves, so they overcompensate and trying to be over masculine
Yeah.
and then try to force
See,
themselves on you.
hypermasculinity is a
Yeah.
problem. It
Yeah.
just comes out to be
Super.
a problem
Yeah.
all the way around.
I used to get
Hyperfemininity is too. but-
I used to get clowned because I was like super. I'm comfortable. I say I'm
I was
metro.
there.
I'm metro as
He
hell. I
did
do
used
how
to
I
get
dress.
clowned.
Right.
I'm metrosexual as hell. I'm still straight, but I'm
He
metro.
did used to
Like,
get
But if
clowned.
you're
I was there.
anything, if you
Yeah,
say
yeah,
anything
yeah.
but
You say-
straight,
yeah,
that just
but you-
means gay to
yeah. So I
somebody.
said that at a
That
bar,
is
a
so
bar I
real
go
in the
to all
black
the time.
community.
And
That
it was
is true.
huge debate discussion. I said, well, I'm metro. It was a whole.
In the
For
black
2 weeks.
community, that is
So
real.
2 weeks, I was gay as hell. I'm like, what's going on? I'm like, for 2 weeks, the whole conversation. Oh, he said it was Metro. I'm like, bro, because I know how
Did
to
you even
dress.
look
I
it up
like
with the
style.
word?
Yeah,
Right,
like,
they don't know. They don't know.
Can you Google it? But it's these old
It's
dudes.
either
and
homo or straight.
the same conversations I had about me saying, hey, I'm Metro. I like to dress good, smell good.
Mhm.
Clean my fingernails. Keep a
Right.
haircut every week.
Exactly.
Damn, shit. The same conversation I had with them was they were saying, well, I could turn a lesbian straight. You can't. She don't want you, bruh.
Even if you did it for a night, she's still gonna be a lesbian.
Yeah,
Niggas
at the end
like
of the
you
day,
a white,
she's
lesbian.
still gonna be a
yeah,
lesbian.
like, yeah, all she need is
I
I
can
have
tell
sex
you
with a woman
Hello,
tonight
hi. I
and
can
still
tell
be
you
gay
Yeah.
from
tomorrow.
experience. I will be a lesbian when I wake up tomorrow.
Yeah, they be like, all she needs is some
If
good,
I'm
like, bro,
still
she's not gonna get it
there,
from
like-
you. First of all, you're
She's not gonna
five,
get it
you're
from you.
5'4", 250.
Or
And
you're
you're
6 foot.
ashy. I'm pretty sure.
And
Yeah,
your belly is
Nah,
yeah,
ashy.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, like, yeah,
Parts
bro.
of you that's not supposed to be
And
ashy.
that's the
is
same
ashy.
thing with a dude, like, oh, I don't
Yeah.
want nobody gay around me. I don't want no gay male around me, bro. First of all, you're 5'3", you stink. I think all of my gay male friends, they have
You look
huge
dusty.
standards, and
Your
they
hair
don't. You
uneven.
don't look like Michael B. Jordan or y'all.
You ain't gonna look like him,
I
but
don't
you
think
know,
I don't
Thank
think you're gonna go.
yeah.
But they looking like Tyson Jordan.
You have to look like. I don't care what you look like. You just have to look like you take care of yourself.
What the fear I have is being around someone who is not accepting that they are, and and acting as if they're not, and you're not being true to yourself, and it doesn't feel. It does not.
Have
doesn't
you
feel
heard
genuine.
of a midlife crisis? Like,
Some people don't know they
or
having
this
it.
is what.
They don't
It's
get
don't
it.
have a
Some people
midlife
ain't like
crisis?
to have a crisis.
No,
yet.
I'm speaking of ones who know for a fact that they are,
But they
and
in the
are-
closet.
and
Like
are-
down
and-
low.
Yeah, down low and having families and actually doing, and still.
That's like
I
like
agree
being,
with that.
That's
I'm
like
scared of
being
that too. I
super.
don't like nobody on the down low. Like, bro,
We deal
come
with
out.
that too
Like,
on our
shit.
side.
Yeah.
We deal with that too on our side because a lot of times you got a secret lover, and then that secret lover got friends that they got to tell, like, oh yeah, he not out yet, or she not out yet. We gotta-
Oh my God.
and then we got to deal with that because that's something we don't like. That's I want to be me.
Yeah.
I done dealt
I
with
want,
my
everybody, I
whole.
want everybody to be you.
Like,
Yeah.
ooh, wee.
I don't have a burden as heavy as hiding something of that
Yeah.
on me, but I can like be empathetic to the fact that one day I'll say something like, "Ooh, that felt
Yeah.
good." Like just a release of pressure and not having to actually hide and whatever. I mean, I can just imagine how open that feels and how freeing that is, just to actually be able to do what you feel like doing and not have to worry about it and know who you are
Yeah.
and live that life. That's man. I'm gonna.
Because I still get stuff
That's
like,
for y'all, not for me.
no, you need it. You need it.
That
It's
was
good.
That was good.
But I literally still get like, oh, you so cute. Your husband gonna find you one day.
Oh.
I still get that.
I get the wife thing.
And her husband.
You get the wife?
Jasmine.
You know what's crazy?
Her husband name is Jasmine.
Jasmine. She just told you she was gay. She's like, kitty cat, goddamn it, shit.
She already got a name. and
Yeah,
everything.
where is he
If
at
her
when I
husband ain't
need
got a
him?
but JJ, no way, okay?
No.
He has been like 5 for 5 with these puns. I've been counting.
You gotta watch.
Like
He do it all the
Yeah.
time. He's spelling
Hey,
his
that's why you got a permanent seat.
Yeah. Listen, he definitely did. Came in as my
I
first
was a
guest.
guest and I ended up being a co-host. I
He
had to
was
work.
my first
Yeah,
guest. Never left.
When you leaving anyway?
I ain't leaving. Never.
Never leaving.
No,
He's in the
stay
intro
here.
now.
We had,
He's in the intro.
we had conversations like we gotta do the show like this now. I'm gonna come to see you, Otis.
damn
I'm
near
David
wanna
Ruffin.
put y'all
Goddamn
in
it.
nobody
come to see you.
Right, I saw you upstairs. Like, oh, what's up? Oh yeah, he
Yeah.
part of the show, part of the
He part of the
pre-production
show.
Man.
Part of the show.
want to see you, Ayana. No.
After this talk though, I damn near want to put y'all in the intro because y'all got me feeling so good right now. I just feel like home. This feels great. This feels like a safe space. I hope that
because I need more time to talk.
I
need more time to talk.
I mean, we might have to have a part 2. You never know. You never know how to
It's a
go.
lot to unpack.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, y'all still.
I was like 1 hour.
Y'all only hit the surface of the church.
Come on, man.
I mean, that's just
we
the
haven't
church
even
part.
really
I mean,
scratched the
it's
surface of that, but you know,
Not really.
And I don't understand how it is like. Oh, so to me it'd be like the middleman in the congregation. I hate that the pastor be the messenger but a lot of times the pastor be doing a lot of dirt. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It be the congregation soldiers that don't read, they listen. You know, and they comprehend based off what they wanted to hear between yelling at kids and telling people what to do and judging who not doing what.
You posted something like the day I started following you.
What?
It was a church sermon, and the dude who was like, "Y'all condemning people who are gay, but you skipped these scriptures."
Yeah,
like he named
Yeah.
like 30 scriptures.
Because I literally read Leviticus for myself, and I was that's why I brought up abominations. I'm like, bro, it does say if you mix 2 different fabrics in the same garment, like we all wear like a polyester blend and a cotton blend with the spandex.
Why was that a rule?
That's an abomination. Being in the same house as
With
your wife
polyester?
while she on
Get the fuck out of here.
being in the same house as your wife while she on her cycle is abomination.
Yep.
Sleeping in the bed with your wife while she on her cycle is an abomination.
What?
Putting 2 different seeds
People
in
like
the
to do
same ground is an abomination. And I'm just like, you gonna tell me I'm burning
not
in
grandma's
So you're
garden.
God be
Her
like,
whole garden.
damn it, you put the
Grandma,
mustard
your
seed
whole
and the
garden is
strawberry
an
seed.
abomination.
Hey,
Going
Jamal.
on.
Get these tulips up out of
Going
here.
to hell, man.
You got the cabbage. You got the
Your
cabbage
baby
by the
dress.
tomatoes. Going on.
Grandma,
And you know you done ran
Is
the
that
red like
kale?
a
Barrier in that dress.
is that
How about
kale
that?
next to the tomatoes?
Yeah, it's going to hell.
You going to hell.
Abomination.
Nigga,
I can't
wearing
eat
rayon and
this.
silk.
This
You
is from
burning.
Grandma, you trying to feed me from the Garden of Eden?
That nigga got on
From the
velvet
garden.
and silk.
Is he
Hell.
eating swine?
And you know what blows me though? You keep,
Abomination.
Y'all all going to hell. You guys like fucking pork chops.
but then you keep scrolling and it's like, oh, the covenant, oh, the second
But
promise.
it's
and
just
oh,
like I said, everybody
Yeah.
scrolls down and says,
But
nah,
But
no,
that's
not
just
that
to
one,
make
not-
babies.
I ain't
But I ain't gay. I ain't gay.
So
Thank God I ain't gay.
You better preach on
All the way from they go.
That's what they do.
So, I've been Christian all my life.
Yeah.
I understand.
And people forget about the 7 deadly sins.
Mhm.
Greed.
The Bible
envy.
has been the architect of people's lives.
Good book.
Great book. But
They forget
this
it's
is
a
my
book. too.
question. Because Leviticus is Old Testament
It is.
and
Has
it's,
nothing to do with the new covenant.
and it's all in there. It's still there. And it's still something we read, but yet we're supposed to ignore it and just go back to the New Testament. If it's supposed to be what it is, how come the Old Testament just isn't like, all right, move it out the way? Jesus is
I
talking now.
don't.
Because it's all written by a man.
And
Everything was
ooh,
all written
I
by
love
many
that.
men.
And it was picked and
And there's
choose.
parts of it that's
what
missing.
I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's
And
what
it
I'm
was
saying.
made to oppress. For one thing, I do know
Definitely.
it has been
Strategically.
proven to have been an oppressive weapon against slaves
Mhm.
back in the day. Teach them Christianity so they have a rule book on not to retaliate.
Yes.
So when I got all of that information, which I did not get in Brown Deer or Destiny
Mhm.
High School,
No, you would not. You would not get that there.
there's so many things that go through your mind, like what happened beforehand? What did we do beforehand? Not saying I want to do all
You
that
just
stuff.
secretly revealed the church that you were talking about.
Yeah.
I think it is.
but it's the same traditions though.
Yeah.
Why
It
would
is.
you build the church on the same traditions that we were oppressed by? It's not the. It's not.
Yeah.
No. It's
And
not that.
then you choose that to judge who's good and who's not. And I'm just like, where did it come from? What's the origin? You questioning me and what I'm
Monopoly.
doing, but you won't question the actual thing you choosing to believe in. It's like you scared to figure out the origin of what you believe in. But like if you believe in it and that's what you believe in no matter what, why are you afraid to learn the origin of it, where it come from, what it mean to you, what it really mean in real life, what everybody else see it as? Like what is wrong with that? It took me going to an accelerator program like 2020, October 2020. That's my birthday too. I turned 30, but
Shameless plug.
hey. Then I went to the little alternative. I said the alternative. I went to the accelerated program or whatever, and one of the assignments, because of the course I was taking, I had to study other religions.
Okay.
I was so in my spirit vexed. I was like, oh, this is the devil. Oh, this is, I just went straight old school with it. I was just, oh, this the devil. They trying to convert me, Lord. I'm just trying. And I kept asking myself, I'm like, well, why would somebody giving me information about another religion convert who I am? Like, why would that define me to know that? You know what I mean? Like, why does it
knowing it's not
why does it
conversion,
mean that my mind is now made up because I was exposed to evil? That don't mean I want to go out here and kill people.
Sure.
Why would learning about that religion? And that's why I said that thing about fear. It's like you literally got this book telling you if you do this, this, and this, there is some place nobody has ever been to, like, and told us about it, called hell, and you're gonna burn, and there's souls there that's burning too, and then there's a devil creature that is there, but he sent demon creatures to like get you to go. Like, it just sound, when you say it out loud.
Honestly, I've watched so much anime and read so much history to the point where it's just like it'd be the same when it comes to things that happened in the past, where people have tried to use false evidence of being real, which is the acronym what fear is. To use it as power over people, where there's an anime I'm watching in a nutshell where like this girl is being used as a ritual to be served as a sacrifice to their god, so the god doesn't smite them. I'm like, this is not the solution. We should just, and the guy was always like some type of animal or something. It's just been killing people when they call it their god, and it's like we should just go kill the bear. Just go kill the bear.
Like they just came to somebody, right?
I'm not saying we should kill God. I'm not saying that's what we should do. But I'm saying like you have to go for yourself sometimes and just figure it out for yourself and still be within your religion, but knowing is not.
But everything that you have studied probably in those other religions, those first two things you said are the basis of all religions.
They are.
Yeah.
That's what blew my mind on the other side of that. That's what blew my mind on. I said, oh, they all got the same message.
Every single one.
Literally legit. And then when I saw on Red Table Talks, I love Jada Pinkett. Anyway, when I saw on Red Table Talks that they actually as a couple decided to try a new religion every year and just stick to that religion every year. And that's what they did. I said, bro, that's so dope to be able to have a partner where you really can go through life experience and stuff like that, because each year it does not define who I am or what I am. It's just another experience of it, because all of it is just experience.
That's profound.
Like,
because it's like we all
experience.
Grow up with just usually one religion. Like
just
we're
one.
Born into it, and we never get a choice. Like, which one do you want to do?
Dude, which one do I want to choose? Which one do I really resonate
like, that's
with?
Too much. I don't know. I gotta try them all. Like, I want to figure it out.
And they did.
Wow, that's
what kind of freedom is that in life? I just go try religions.
The fact that Christianity is split up into 17,000 denominations.
It is a lot of different. And then there's a non-denomination too for those who don't want to do the denomination.
Which is the denomination.
So I had a pastor. I had a pastor just hit me up on my text message. Pastor Molly, she's like my second mom, and she's very, very liberal in the church. Honestly, she commented. I didn't see her go head to head with the most conservative pastors. She's a firecracker, but she wants me to tell you guys thank you for sharing y'all stories and that you guys are appreciated.
Oh, thank you, Pastor.
And loved by God no matter what. So
because that God is truly love. So that's why
we need more people like her.
What denomination is she a pastor?
She's Lutheran.
ECLA.
I was born
ECLA. Yeah.
I love that you Lutheran, but I was born Baptist. So I'm gonna just tell you that, if that matters, because it should.
Why?
I'm Black Baptist.
Why would that matter?
Cause like I don't know.
Some pain. You gotta let that pain go.
Yeah, you gotta. It's a lot of. See, that's what we're saying.
A lot of trauma.
It's a lot underneath.
Who your pastor?
That makes it cultish.
My mom was also ordained pastor as well. So I don't know. I could tell you the pastor, but I just
you a PK, right?
I lived with her. I'm gonna say that.
You a PK?
Okay, yeah. I am a PK.
Right.
I should do a show just on PK.
You got a child, right?
Y'all ever? No, okay. So you know what? That's okay. How they just said PK. Yeah. That's the thing. I'm not. It's not the church. A lot of times, it's also my mom.
And it harbors in here though. It's still festers in there.
It is.
But you got a child, right? Yeah. You're a mom, right?
Yeah.
How old is your
little one? This is your second. This is your chance to teach your child and give your child a life that you did not have when you were growing up.
No.
All this trauma and energy that you got. This is your creation.
Right.
No, like you was your mom's creation. You had y'all thing. Now you got your creation. So y'all ain't gonna have the same.
Why you saying no? Why you saying no? We're all wondering.
Damn it, anime. Why you saying?
Right.
Oh, cause
no cake.
no, cause so okay, so I want to talk about this on a parental show, but but I tell you all like, for me, and now me being a parent, I have realistically things that I have to work out first. And I give myself permission for that. And I take breaks that I need in order, because I have an active baby father. I take the breaks that I need in order to get me and my mental health together. I know that, taking it out on my child is something I wouldn't want to do, and all this other stuff that you could paint in your head that would happen to somebody traumatized. But in real life, it's like, behaviors. I learned how to do things in secret all my life. I'm a Baptist Christian. At the end of the day, I know how to wear a straight face. However, with a 5-year-old living with me that doesn't go anywhere, whether I eat, sleep, or whatever I'm doing, he's always there. After a while, I can't handle being that mom. I can't handle showing up. So I do take breaks. I do take that. My son's not with me right now because he's with his father. I do take my breaks, and I'm very meticulous about how I express it or share it with people. But there is not a perfect world where for me in what I've been through, where I can just always be on the way people would expect a mother to be on. I'm not always I'm not that.
So you're basically saying like this situation.
No, I am dealing with my and I'm unpacking it, and I don't know how long it's gonna take me, but I give myself permission to take that time to do it.
Are you saying that this time with your with you having like a fully functional other parent in your life, like this is like a good situation for you?
Oh yeah, perfect. God knew what he doing. God knew what he was doing, because I couldn't do it by myself.
And see that, and that's okay because there's other people who are in your position. Like, I really wish it was the other way, but you're like the third person I've run into where like, no, this is fine.
Yeah, no, it's okay. Completely fine with me. Like, I am on child support for my first child that I never got a chance to see. So that's something else that I have to unpack. Something else that I deal with. Like, am I good enough, or am I gonna be a good mom? I didn't even get a chance to raise my first one. So how is it that, you know what I mean? So I deal with all of that. And then I also remember the things I deal with my mom still. So it's like, I know that takes toll on me. So I just adjust to what I know about myself, not try to be something that's impeccable and power. Like all the stuff you was listening, it was a lot of responsibility in real life.
I'm not saying.
Like,
I wasn't saying it like that.
Creating a whole new.
I'm saying
creating
that.
all that. I can't do that.
But you know what you got to do, right?
Yeah.
So that's all I'm saying.
I'm living the plan. I'm living the plan. It just don't look like that. That's all I'm saying.
It don't gotta look like that.
Yeah.
I don't know what your plan looks like. All I know is that you're going to be great.
Yeah.
I'm giving you my positive energy to say, hey, you're going to change the narrative in which how you grew up. Child doesn't have to grow up like that again.
It's like,
he definitely.
It's like you almost have to have the audacity to take your power back. You know what I'm saying? It's like, but I think that's for anywhere. You have to have nerve. You have to have audacity.
Yes, God.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not even just all the audacity. Like, no, like it's like authoritative. Like you are control. It's between you and God, right? So it's like, if you have to have the audacity to have faith and have the audacity to trust him, even when you don't know why you are who why you are, because it's like, if you don't, like, how I guess what he's trying to say is, then that child is going to see that, and so you living in your own power and saying, I'm going to take this back.
I got to,
and I have to, like, that is the power, that is the audacity. You are standing up and saying, this is who I am. This is who I'm taking off the shackles. The shackles have to be loosened.
I'm gonna try to say this as eloquently as possible, and it might sound blasphemous.
All these big words.
How can God create you and have your own mind, and you go and live by your mind, and him judge you against how you live with the mind that he gave you?
And that's a great question for everybody that chooses to judge you for God. Right. That is a great question.
If you were going against it, you were lying. You're not being honest, right?
And not only that, I used to where people say, okay, so you being a certain way or whatever the case, how can you not if God says, or they say God knew you before you,
Yes.
who you were, like he knew who
Before you was in your mother's
heritage.
womb.
It's
Right.
like
He knew
I've
who you
always
was.
heard it. It's like that's what I was like. Okay, where is
Or
it?
you
It's
was
like,
in your mother's
that's
womb.
what it is.
Yes.
He knew who you was. He knows every hair on your head. He knew
That's
what
what
you
the
gonna be.
numbers-
He
I
know
know
this
that
other
one.
The
Right.
numbers
right,
in every hair.
right, that one, right.
He know the names of all the
So
snowflakes.
what used to get
Every
me?
single one of them.
remember that
So as a child in the church, you're hearing this, right? You're hearing these verses
And
and all
greater is
these
he
things.
that's in me.
Wait
He
a
in me.
minute.
He know what's
He's
in there.
me. So
He
wait,
know what's in there.
are we lying to God when we say he didn't know?
They
So
lying. They lying.
I didn't know who I was. You knew who I was.
So what
before I had
happens
it.
to
So what
you
happened
when
to
you
me?
lie like that? What happens
That's
to
what
you?
I was- It's like that's what I
And
ask
I'm on the other
Christians.
side
It's
of
like
that.
I want to ask the
I'm
pastor.
on
I
the
want
other
to ask
side of that.
for that person who's like condemning gay people and in your church or whatever. You know, there's your flock. These are your sheep, or whatever the case. And you're saying these verses and all. Do you think about, well, what kind of God am I serving?
You
If
know,
this is the type of
There was a movie on Netflix. I don't know I don't know what it's called. But I
Pootie
watched.
Tang.
It's
No,
not
no.
Pootie
I love
Tang,
Pootie-
y'all. It's
I
not. It's
love
not
Pootie
Pootie Tang.
Tang.
It's
I
not
love
Pootie
Pootie
Tang.
Tang.
Even though
Side
it's
out
not
town, the
Pootie
Whopper
Tang.
Town.
I just saw it for the first time last week, by the way.
Did
But
you
still,
really just see Pootie Tang for the
I was
first time?
also a shelter kid. My mom did not want me.
I'm sorry.
I didn't see
But-
New Jack City until I was grown, so I
I've
understand.
never
And
seen
Players
New Jack
Club.
City.
But the movie
Yeah.
was about a pastor. It's a true story of a man who was a pastor who was watching, like, middle of the night, watching the whole like starving kids in Africa. He sent $1 to the country to save them, and he was thinking like, so they need God and they need me to share God with them. So you gonna tell me God gonna send them to hell because they don't know God?
Yes.
And he preached against it. He said that's not my God. My God he wouldn't do that.
Yeah.
There's no way he would do that.
When I discovered that there was a my God, oh my God, that helped me out so much. That was my deliverance, and I wanted to clear some up. I'm sorry, but I wanted to clear some up. I'm not trying to come off as like bitter or like hurt. I want to say that I finally got to a point where I know me, and I'm looking at everything I was taught, and I'm like, bruh. So now I'm like holding everything accountable and throwing it out there. Like that's why I'm so like, let me just say this and say this and say this and try to fit it all in, because it's like I was taught to believe and live and feel something completely different from where I am now. And it took a journey to even let my mind be this free to say this. You know what I'm saying? Like this right here is not something I'm supposed to be doing. Like, oh my God. No. Like if I was, you know what I'm saying? Like
it is what you're supposed to be doing.
Well, but I'm saying like to how I was raised, to my background.
Sure.
Like, the audience, a hit dog gonna holler. The audience that need to hear it when it finally, they gonna know. You get what I'm saying? So that's where it really is coming. Like I'm talking to somebody, but I'm not.
No, but this is what we do. We listen to everyone's stories. We hear what everybody is saying, and we're gonna talk about it. We're gonna get to the real. This podcast is about. It's about healing, because we all of us, like from the beginning, have toxicity traits. Toxic things happen to us. We go through a lot. But on this podcast, we want to get to it. We want to do some healing. You know what I mean? We're gonna call. This how I feel about it. And then we're gonna talk about it. That's what we do.
I want to say this. I want to say that. Thank you for clapping, because I want to say this. I really thank God that you are my co-host, because for you to explain to me what the podcast is about, and this was my baby, it's like, bro, you really embodied. You really did. You just embodied what it is about what I started it for, and I'm glad that you are. It's all divine. I'm glad that you are my co-host.
That's how God works.
Ain't it?
That's how it works.
Ain't it? Don't he show up and show out?
That's how God
Look at him
works.
blessing me anyway, because I'm gay, even though I'm gay.
Right.
In spite of.
Otherwise, you're an abomination because you're helping.
In spite of.
No, I'm straight, and I'm no abomination. All the shit I do, I do a lot of dirt. God damn it, I'm going to hell before they go to hell. You know what I'm saying? I'm straight. I'm straight. Yeah, I'm straight.
I do a lot of
I
crazy
do a lot of crazy shit.
Too.
I'm an abomination. I go to hell first.
I'm a nasty nigga.
I'm a nasty dude.
You heard his
I was
music.
expecting him to say that.
You heard his music last week. You heard it.
Right.
We did toxicity and music last week, y'all. We did toxicity and music lyrics last week.
Well, we can't do it this week.
No, we can't. I'm just saying that's what we did, and he brought us some nasty music.
Yeah, too short, baby.
I actually watched that episode.
You watched it?
Yeah, that was the first one I watched, because that's what we did.
Thank you for watching.
Yeah.
We appreciate the
I thought
views.
she's funny.
Thank you for listening.
Y'all funny.
He is
Y'all
definitely
funny.
yeah. He is the
Thank
comedy
you, thank
relief.
you.
I get too serious.
Well, I appreciate all of our guests. for being here. This has been my favorite episode so far.
It was fun.
This is amazing. I learned so
Thank
much.
you.
And hearing y'all
Tag
stories for real. I appreciate y'all even like coming to share this with us. And we got to get y'all back on the show.
Definitely probably gonna do a part 2.
Yeah, part 2.
Or
Part
if
3.
y'all need to promote something,
yeah,
doing
or whatever.
something, y'all just wanna come.
Just come.
Yeah, we like Black Excellence, the
Yeah.
podcast for everybody.
Yeah, Tuesday 5 to 6. We just come. Whatever we on, we can be with y'all on.
Hey,
We don't.
Yeah.
We don't plan shit.
Facts.
We don't read the fan mail. Nothing.
We don't.
We just get it.
Okay, he on his own with the fan mail. I'll be reading y'all comments or whatever.
I love y'all. My bad.
No, he do. But he's a habitual dater, and if he didn't date, we wouldn't have any stories come Tuesday. So he needs to do his part.
Look at him.
He needs to do his part and be out here dating all y'all selling dreams.
Listen.
Matter of fact, we need to get you some
single
selling dream
girlfriends.
t-shirts. He out here selling dreams. Don't buy none, okay?
I'll buy that shirt.
Okay, y'all. We had Kia, the rap princess, and we had Savvy, y'all. Thank y'all for coming.
Thank you.
Thank y'all for having me.
Okay, y'all want to do any of y'all social media? Sorry.
Yeah, go
I
ahead.
mean, just follow me on Savvy, bro, on Instagram or Facebook for all your design, logo, and caricature needs. I design it.
I added
do
them all in the
everything, and I
comments
put
and
it on
tagged them. Everything.
T-shirts, coffee mugs, pillows, whatever you guys need. Just follow Savvy, bro, on set or on Instagram or Facebook or Snapchat. Yeah,
That's dope.
all three.
I need that.
What you
Rapper.
got?
Follow me at I am Kia Rap Princess on most platforms. I ain't in the
Okay.
Okay. Can I see?
I'm trying
I
to
can
see
see
what
what
I'm
I'm
trying to make sure.
Follow me at I am Kia Rap Princess on most platforms: Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Kia Rap Princess. What else? Oh, KiaRapPrincess.com. Go check out some drip.
Okay.
YB
Get some of
Normal
her
Clothing.
music,
They got my
y'all.
own
It's really
clothing
nice.
line as well. YB Normal Clothing. That's
Did you say, oh,
YBN
yeah?
RML clothing.com. What else? Oh, new single dropping this Thursday, actually. Single and video called Make It Make Sense. So make sure y'all check that out too. KiaRapPrincess.com. All
Hey,
that.
Crystal from Control C said, keep up the good work.
Thank you, Crystal.
Thank you.
Thank you, Crystal.
All right, see money.
I see money.
All right, bye, you guys.
Have a good one. Till next.